Well, hiya, BookTube. Bill Ruttenberg here at the Ruttenberg Library. Wanted to come back with another book tag for you. Trying to get some videos done while I've got time on this Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon before my Kansas City Chiefs start playing. And we'll cross our fingers on that one. Buffalo's coming to town, so it's going to be a tough one. But anyway, wanted to get some book tags done. I noticed that Jim from Jim's Books, Reading and Stuff, put out the newest lettered tag, the U tag, and I wanted to do the U tag because I believe he tagged you and you and you and you and me. So, all of you. So consider yourselves, before we even get started here, consider all of you tagged. So anyway, if you have not followed his alphabet tags, these are wonderful. Go and check out. I'll put the link to the link to his videos in the description down below, and go check out his stuff. The alphabet tags have been absolutely awesome. They've gotten a lot of people involved, and that's been wonderful to watch. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started here. So number one, the first prompt is, U is for unicorn. What is your favorite fantasy creature? Now, got to be honest, I don't read fantasy. And down below, that's going to ruin another one of the questions down below. But I don't read fantasy, so I don't really have any fantasy creatures. I am going to answer it, though. I'm going to say dragons. And that is because of my 4-year-old. My 4-year-old has become a little bit obsessed with dragons every time she sees them, because when we went at the end of the summer, we went to Colorado and saw some of her cousins, and her 2 cousins are obsessed with dragons, and they've got this big old huge puppet. I think they got it from Barnes and Noble maybe, but it's a great big old puppet, and it's pretty sweet. If I ever find it for cheap, I'll get it for Katie. But anyway, she played with that puppet and in my face like the entire trip while we were there. And so that's been maybe my favorite fantasy creature, just because of my 4-year-old and how she has enjoyed it. And plus, you see dragons in a lot of the storybooks that we read together upstairs. All right, so number 2, U is for USA. If you are from the U.S., which state are you living in? What is special about that state? And so I do live in the United States. I live in Iowa. And for me, I think what's special about Iowa is I think the United States' best kept secret, especially Southwest Iowa, where I'm from. You get small rural towns that, yes, everybody knows everybody and everybody knows everybody's business. But on the flip side of that, everybody's willing to help everybody. And I absolutely love that bond that we all get in the community, and we all stick together. And I just love the countryside. It's always green for the most part. I mean, very rarely does it turn brown. We usually get plenty of rain. So it's always green, except for in winter. But, for most of the year, it's green. I love that. We've got flat areas. We've got rolling hills. We've got rivers that run through here. If you're a hunter, we've got that. We do have, a couple big cities that are near us that are pretty close. And so I think that's pretty special. Just the family atmosphere and just the things to look at. No, we don't have mountains, but we do have rolling hills and some grasslands and forests, and we got, a variety of things. And I just think it's absolutely beautiful. And I also put, it's nice to have a peaceful corner of the world with all of the turmoil that's in the world. So that's always nice. So anyway, number 3, U is for USA and USSR. Do you have a favorite book about the Cold War? I was trying to think of some books, and I got some that are pretty interesting. I got I've read Brett Baer's 3 Days in January, I think it is. And it talks about the exchange of power between Eisenhower and Kennedy, and, just the moving parts that were going on during the Cold War. It's not necessarily about the Cold War, but it is about the Cold War. That was a good one. But I think I'm not going to go with that one. I'm actually going to go with Stephen Ambrose's trilogy on Richard Nixon. And throughout the entire trilogy, it is playing up the Cold War, because that was a major piece of his, his political life, from, looking for traitors, or looking for, what is going on over in East Asia, what is, going on right here in the United States with, is communism infiltrating everything, and just how he handled other countries as vice president and then as president. And he was a very, very smart man when it came to the overall world status of the Cold War. No, we don't agree with everything he did as president. Obviously, he was not very bright in some areas, but he did have a vast amount of foreign knowledge. And so I think that would be the series of books I would pick. Number 4, U is for Uruguay, Uganda, UAE, the United Arab Emirates, Ukraine, Uzbekistan, and Upper Volta, which is now called Burkina Faso. Have you read any books connected with any of these countries? I was sitting there pounding my head into the table trying to think of some books that were connected there, because I haven't really about just those countries. But recently, or earlier this year anyway, I read John Grisham's newest book, Sully. And in that book, his family is from war-torn South Sudan, and they're going through a civil war. And his family becomes refugees after the civil war breaks out. And when they leave the country, they go to Uganda. So that is going to have to be my choice. And it's just a small part of the book. But that's the only thing I've read. So that's all I've got. Sorry, BookTube. Let's see here. Number 5. U is for underwater. What is your favorite book set underwater? I chose the one that popped in my head first, and I know I haven't read hardly anything that's based underwater. So this one fit perfect. Sphere by Michael Crichton. And it's about this sphere that's found in the South Pacific, and they believe it might be alien technology. And it's basically the whole story, for the most part, it takes place underwater in the Pacific Ocean. Excellent book. If you've never read that, can give you the creeps a little bit when you're reading it. Check that out. So, number 6, U is for umbrella. What is a good book for a rainy day? I was thinking of, what author would be really good for a rainy day, and I want to say Nicholas Sparks. It's one of those he's got lots of those warm, fuzzy books that you can very, very easily read on a rainy day. And the books, you could either go through the whole book or get really tired and fall asleep. And either way, it's a win-win situation, because it's either a good story or a good nap. So there you go. That's my rainy day choice. And you could pick just about any of his books. I like several of them, so I didn't pick just one. But go check him out. Let's see. Number 7. U is for urban fantasy. Have you read any urban fantasy? Do you have a favorite book in this subgenre? Nope. Never read one. Not that I know of anyway. I Googled it and was kind of flipping through, trying to see if there's any titles I recognized. And even looking at the titles, I'm pretty sure I would never pick those books up. No offense to anybody that likes it. It's just not for me. So, number 8. U is for Ulysses. What does Ulysses mean for you in your reading life? I know where he's going with this, but for me, being the history guy, American Civil War, for me, it's Ulysses S. Grant. And I'm specifically thinking of his memoirs that he wrote at the very end of his life, which are 2 volumes that are absolutely huge. And I have not tackled them yet. They are on my TBR. I would like to get to them sometime in the near future, in the next year or two. No promises, but they are on my TBR list. So U is for Ulysses S. Grant for me. Number 9. U is for unread. Roughly what percentage of the books on your shelves remain unread? And okay, so when I answer this, you can't laugh at me. That's the first requirement here. You cannot laugh. And that is because I would bet over 90% of the books I have not read yet. I am a slow reader, BookTube. I've shared that with you many, many times. I have a lot of interests, and when I go to the bookstore, I always hate to think that, oh, there's a book and I might not ever see it again. And so I love to have my personal library to be, big and massive as far as the amount of books in it, and I like to have all of those choices of what I could read. And I got a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Yes, it's very heavy Civil War, heavy American Revolution, but I've also got a lot of other stuff for when my interests kind of move back and forth, which it does from time to time. And I even got some fiction in there. So, yeah, that's probably over 90%. So Jim's got 3 bonus prompts here. So the first one is, which of the following authors most appeals to you? Leon Uris, Umberto Eco, or Ursula K. Le Guin. I've never read any of the 3. I know that Leon Uris, or Uris, however you say that, he does historical fiction. So of all 3 of them, he would probably be the one that I would pick up. I recognized his name. I recognized Umberto Eco from Jason Harrigan's channel when he talked about it. He did a read along on that. So I did recognize that, and I think I even recognized Ursula Le Guin. But Leon Uris is the one I would choose. Bonus prompt number 2. U is for UFO. Have you seen a UFO? No. Have you enjoyed a book exploring the first contact with aliens? I think this would be my answer for this one. I told you I was going to come back to this one again. They believe this is alien technology, and that would be my answer. That's probably the closest. I don't read alien books. It's just not in my wheelhouse. And the last one, U is for upcoming. What book release are you looking forward to? And for me, on October 19th, so in about a week, The Judge's List by John Grisham comes out. It's his newest legal thriller, and I'm really excited to get that. I don't know if I'm going to get it. My birthday's on Wednesday, so I don't know if I'm going to get that for my birthday or not. But even if I don't, I'm still going to buy it. So Grisham's one of the only automatic buys I have for new books. I don't buy very many new books, but I in the last probably 10 to 12 years, I've bought his new releases every time they've come out. So he would be my on my watch list, my upcoming watch list. And then the other one is Our First Civil War, Patriots and Loyalists in the American Revolution, which comes out on November 9th, and that's by H.W. Brands, another one of my favorite authors. I will be on the lookout for that. I don't know if I'll buy it brand new. Depends on what the overall price is, but I do want to get that. That is definitely on my list. So, yeah, those are my answers, BookTube. I hope you enjoyed this. This is the U tag. Again, it was done by Jim's Books, Reading and Stuff. I'll leave the link to his channel. Go check him out. Go check out his tags. Go check out the entire alphabet's worth of tags. It's good stuff. I enjoyed doing this. Thank you, Jim, for tagging me. I'm taking it. I'm a you tag you. So you're all tagged also. So go do this tag, add into the fun. So anyways, BookTube, thank you for watching. Hope everyone's having a great afternoon. Till next time, happy reading.